As Donald Trump began the longest and arguably most consequential tour of Asia an American president had attempted in a generation, one that could soothe or inflame nuclear tensions and set the course of this century's great power politics, there were good reasons for America's friends in the region to be nervous. According to critics, U.S. President Trump's America First outlook marks a retreat from the world stage by a country that not long ago considered itself to be the indispensable nation. Trump's lack of engagement can be seen in the U.S. State Department, America's vast engine of diplomacy, which according to Trump skeptics has been rendered either idle or impotent over the past 12 months. 21 of 23 of the State Department's crucial Assistant Secretary of State positions remain unfilled or held by acting officials, Foreign Policy magazine recently noted, and 48 ambassador postings are still empty. Staggeringly, roles unfilled include a permanent Assistant Secretary of State for East Asian and Pacific Affairs, and even under the threat of war on the Korean Peninsula, an ambassador to South Korea. Last month it took days for the State Department to unconvincingly deny a report that the Secretary of State, Rex Tillerson, had called Trump a f***ing moron. If the White House has a broad Asia strategy, it has not yet revealed what it might be. So expectations for this trip have been mixed. Trump's personal rhetoric suggests he is both easily riled by criticism and swayed by flattery. So who would emerge from Air Force One as it touched down in Japan and South Korea, in China and at APEC talks in Vietnam? Would it be tough guy Trump from Twitter, or deal maker Trump from The Apprentice? Marking his first anniversary in the White House, would a more seasoned, nuanced, presidential Donald Trump make his way to the tarmac? The first time Trump met the Japanese Prime Minister, Shinzo Abe gave him a gold-plated golf club. Since then the two leaders have made much of their shared love of the game, which became a key part of the backdrop to Trump's visit at the beginning of the week. Japanese media also made much of the fact that, when Abe tripped and fell in a sand trap, Trump marched on, either unaware or unaffected. Abe was ignored when he fell over backwards. He served Trump a lot of delicious food, but in return all he got was being forced to promise to buy more weapons, one Twitter observer lamented. That talk of a weapons deal turned out to be significant. Trump had marked his arrival in Japan by voicing his displeasure at two things. The first was America's $55 billion trade deficit with Japan, and the second was Japan's decision to not escalate tensions with North Korea by attempting to shoot down two test missiles which North Korea fired through its airspace. Trump managed to bind the two issues when he appeared with Abe at the Akasaka Palace in Tokyo. He will shoot them out of the sky when he completes the purchase of lots of additional military equipment from the United States, Trump declared. The Prime Minister of Japan is going to be purchasing massive amounts of military equipment, as he should.